Here we go. Let's get it.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and our home team. The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6.
Oh, the big return. All right. Tavius Murray, the former Raider, coming in clutch there.
Return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond?
Joe Burrow, the hometown kid.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties any way you want, but I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does.
Give me that! Give me that! Oh my goodness! Tried me on the corner.
But it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's 3rd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down,
got him.
He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Lutz for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a
shake back
statement
Las
necessarily,
Vegas
but getting
Raiders.
points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their
3
25-yard line.
superstar, 1. Okay. 4 guys on the defense.
First rep of the game for
Josh Jacobs gets 5.
From the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. He'll rifle this one. Almost able to intercept.
That should have been a pick. I'll
It's
give
what
that
he
to
would have
him.
liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see
They're
all
gonna
game
send some
long. An
pressure
early
here.
taste of that double, maybe even sometimes
Cover
triple
2.
coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
On 2nd and 10, Carr
Yeah.
trying for Brown,
Like a
and it's
punt, maybe,
intercepted.
no?
Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And what a return as he brings this
Come
all
on
the
now.
way back down to the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5.
Give me that! No! Come on, man!
He pulls it in.
Oh, it's a pick 9 times out of 10.
For the Saints touchdown.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
15-yard touchdown grab. as they have taken the lead.
Mike 57. Know your job.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he takes it across.
Spotted this man point.
Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first. Start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Solid gain of 18.
Now we got to hold it down. Raiders trying to hold it down.
I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that.
Nowhere to escape, and he
Rushing
goes
forward,
down.
accurate, man.
Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On second down, Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
Oh, man.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll look to... He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Boys, let's go. Let's go. Ready to break. We're going 25 the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Big grip.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is racking the sacks up. Charles, 5 last week, now 2 here.
I don't care what they've done in scheme. It's not working. I mean, you can do it all day long, all night long. They did it all week, and it hasn't worked. And in fact, on that last sack, I thought
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Raider 9. Hey, Zoo. Wide, get wide. 56.
Shotgun now for Carr.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
That's complete to Richard, the running back.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Shift. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Bring it. Hey, switch gears. Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
47 Mike.
Now they'll throw with Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll run with Jacobs. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football? that says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage. At the 22.
All day, baby.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Going with a screen for Murray. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll set up a throw. Steps. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a carry for Jacobs, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down. 180. Right there. Raider one. They gonna need some therapy after this. Go. Mike's 56. You go night.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 14-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for Josh Hill. Incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I know he ain't got it. Check 4, check 4. Shift, watch the shift. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. OP.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
High 7. 56.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
This is taken at the 23. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
60-yard.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Big River.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
7:34. 56.
From the gun, it's Carr. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Low. Watch out.
Running is Jacobs. Saints 38.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players to do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
16 yards. That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Drop deep. Check nine.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
56 to Mike. Hey, Delta. 56. Here we go. 56 to Mike. 56 is the mic. Watch the curl.
Hey, 7:34.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carr. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 10-2 soft. We'll go 25 to Mike. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They complete it to Hill. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. 25 to Mike. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
2nd and 6. This is complete to Michael Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here we go. Here we go.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Saints 1st down.
Ready, set. Mike, 57. Hey, defense, let's go. Snap.
Looking to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 1st touchdown here of the new game. As they can 4th quarter with the extra point. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 17.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Down.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Good job, fellas.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Hey, exit.
Watch the slant. Mike 56. Mike 56.
You gon' see
Carr to throw.
You gon' see me in your nightmare.
Flush to his right. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
That's track.
White. 61, matchbox lights.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? Those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the home team here, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.